Already got schmutz on my packaging. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And as always, please excuse the sweat. I am back again with another review that I honestly didn't know the product existed until I watched a Dustin Daily video. He's a drama channel and he was all like, oh, all this drama because Jeffree Star released his highlighter palette and Manny MUA is dropping his Lunar Beauty holiday collection. And I was just all like, I didn't know there was gonna be no Lunar Beauty holiday collection. As you guys know, I am a big fan of Lunar Beauty's first palette, Life's a Drag. I thought the quality was wonderful. I thought even though it looked a little bit mishmash, whatever, it was very nicely put together. And so just before we get any further into this, kind of not necessarily a disclaimer, but just kind of an exclamation. I don't know what word is right. A lot of you have asked me what's my stance on Kat Von D, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, Jeffree Star, and all of their conjoining makeup. And I have decided that going into 2019, I am going to focus on makeup products. Meaning I am going to continue reviewing things that I want to review regardless of the brand, so long as it is cruelty free, and focusing instead on the aesthetic, the formula, the quality, the layout, and not discussing any kind of drama whatsoever, because I want my reviews to be based on product facts, not whether the brand person is whatever. We've all got our own opinions. I don't need to dip my 2 cents into what I feel about a person when I'm talking about their frackin' eyeshadow formula, if you know what I mean. So, though I am not necessarily the biggest fan of Manny MUA as a person, I was really impressed with the first Lunar Beauty launch. And I also feel kind of like he didn't get a really good chance to get his brand off the ground. I feel like he was like, woo, and then all this crap happened. I'm like, everyone, no matter what you think about them, deserves a chance to make their dreams happen. And so here we are today reviewing the Lunar Beauty Greek Goddess Holiday Collection. In this collection, you got a color palette. It's called a color palette. Oh, that feels so good. Oh. It's called a color palette, not an eyeshadow palette, because we are dealing with more pressed pigments, and pressed pigments, by law, you gotta be like, this is not intended for the immediate eyeshadow area. And then we got a highlighting palette, 2 liquid lipsticks, and a lip gloss. Now I will say the overall aesthetic and packaging of this is absolutely beautiful. I think Manny did a phenomenal job of making it very cohesive, very attractive, and honestly a kind of packaging collection theme that we haven't seen from anyone else. You got the snake going on here, the nice Greek lettering type typography. Then you got the palettes going on right here with the big old giant Medusa head. I will say the one thing I don't like about the packaging is the fact that the material, it's very akin to the NARS packaging. So it's that kind of soft suede weird whatever going on. And so, you know, this stuff is gonna get dirty real quick. This beautiful pristine white ain't gonna stay pristine. We got the eyeshadow palette looking like this. It is what I am wearing on my mythological peepers today. We started off with Hestia here to just kind of set everything, which is the first time I ever set anything because I was using a concealer as a base. But there's a first time for everything. And then we went into Artemis, and then we went into Aphrodite. And then I did this Nemesis shade right here. Then I did a bit of Artemis and Rhea and Aphrodite on the under eye going on her. Next up is the highlighter palette. Open it up looking like this. I am wearing a mixture of Medusa and Muse on my nose and my cheekbones going on there. And then out of the lip products, I am wearing the liquid lipstick in Zaya. I will link Manny's video kind of talking about the collection down below because I think he did a really good job just addressing everything. I actually watched it before my package arrived. His statement was that the bundle was super limited edition. As of filming this, it is sold out. I did purchase the bundle. He said that the highlighter palette was going to be like super limited edition, and he hadn't decided what he was doing with the eyeshadow palette, whether it was going to be like just limited edition or restock or what. And then the lip things are also limited edition. The liquid lipsticks are going to run you $18 and the gloss is going to run you $17. Highlighter palette is $42 and the eyeshadow color whatever palette is going to be $46. In the highlighter palette, you are getting 6 shades for a total of 30.9 grams. And in the eyeshadow palette, you are getting, I believe, 15 colors for a total weight of 19.2 grams. But let's get into swatching some of this stuff and letting you know what I feel you need out of this collection. Not that we need any more makeup, but you know how it rolls. Gonna take this sweater off because I'm dying and because I need to swatch. Alright, let's start off with the eyeshadow palette going on here. Gotta go like this and just whop, whop, whop like I do. So we're starting off with Hestia, which feels like butter. Harmonia, which also feels like butter, and Celine, which is a beautiful metallic-y shade going on here. Swatching and swatching. Next up, we've got Aphrodite, which did have a fair amount of fallout. Nothing unlike, you know, Urban Decay, Naked Heat, Kat Von D, or Lorac. Then we've got Hera here, and then we've got Circe, I'm sorry, I don't speak the Greek. And here, and here. Although I did used to work at a restaurant where that was owned by a bunch of Greek people and they spoke Greek all the ding dang time. It was my big fat Greek wedding all up in there. Then we have Cleo, Iris, Nemesis, which I like, but I will say, picking this crap up with a brush was not fun, having to go through all the different brushes to figure out which one is going to work the best. It is pretty. It's basically that blue brown pigment that we have in a bunch of other palettes. Next up is Hair in the Mouth. Next up is Rhea, Artemis, which I love the name Artemis, and Athena, which is what I don't know if you can see it, but I did a little bit of that in my inner corner going on there. And just she's pretty. Then last but not least, we've got Persephone, Calliope, and Calypso, which is beautiful light. Beautiful, beautiful brown. Let's see here, my light. Stop it, don't do that. Has that been doing that every time I've been turning away? Well, we'll certainly find out when we have to edit this, won't we? And I swatched that in the wrong order. But there we have the swatches, kind of like a la subculture, a little modern renaissance, and yeah. So there they are. Alright, next we're gonna swatch this bad boy right here, the highlighter palette. How are we gonna do this? We're going to start off with Harpy, which Manny stated in his video is like a duochrome going on like that. Very pretty. Then we have Muse, which is one of the shades I used, and Siren and Phoenix going on here, here, and here. Phoenix I actually used kind of as a blush topper today. You see it? You see it? Because I wanted to use as much as I could on my face for the review. Then last but not least is Medusa and Sphinx, which I've also used as like a blush topper, and whoo-wee, it was bam beautiful. And there we go. There we have the swatches, very a la Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero going on here. Then because I hate myself, I'm going to swatch the liquid lipsticks and the lip gloss. I will say the packaging is so pretty. It's got this like suspended crystal in here and it's like ombre and all whatever. I'm down with this packaging. We're going to start out with Zaya, which is the one that I have on my lips. It's got a really intense, like, little, Manny called it a Barbie foot, and I can totally see that. So we're just gonna swipe it across. Swoop. Look at that. That's so pretty. And it smells real good. You guys know I'm always down to try a new liquid lipstick formula because liquid lipstick is life. This one here is Aphrodite. Going on like here. Woo! Dang. We're just gonna whoop, like that. That is like a true blue-based red going on there. And then the lip gloss, which is in Celine. I kind of wish it had the same kind of applicator. This is just kind of like a regular old chubby whatever going on here. But let's just kind of get a little going on here. It's just kind of like a faint little peachy iridescence with some gold and silver and whatever shimmy shiny going on in there. And the matte lipsticks, they don't dry down to like a complete true matte like say Jeffree Star or Kat Von D. They're kind of like a comfort matte, which I really enjoy in a liquid lipstick. Alright, first things first, let's talk about the thing that I didn't know I was gonna like as much as I ended up liking it, and it's probably the thing that I would recommend if y'all are interested in anything from this collection. What I would say, go out and get, and that is the highlighter palette. I don't know if my camera can like pick up on this, but I was looking at myself in the mirror and it just, you can't really, it blended so beautifully. Like there was no, sometimes when I do highlighter and blush, it's like blush, highlighter, but this just kind of like seamlessly blended into the blush. And it definitely gives off, like I said, you can't really tell, but it gives off this almost like glass-like sheen. It is so pretty and so like unique. I would say the texture of these, and I've already got, I would say that the formula of these is most akin to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits, but particularly and specifically the 4 pan ones, where they're very smooth and creamy, non-powdery, just beautiful opaque pigmentedness going on your cheekbones. And what I love about this palette, Manny talked about being like, I wanted something that everybody could use. As a pale person, I have got 3 shades that work for me now, knowing that I get darker in the winter time. I can probably get away with Siren. Phoenix, Sphinx, and Siren work great as blush toppers or really illuminated blushes on their own. This is a highlighter palette that I can use as kind of an all-in-one, and that's what I look for in a highlighter palette. This I absolutely loved. I thought the formula was bomb-tastic. It looks beautiful on the skin. If you have texture and you're looking for something new, this is very nicey nice. Alright, then on to probably my second favorite thing out of the whole collection. We are going to be talking about them, their lip products. I absolutely love the shade Zaya. I think it is a beautiful, like, a little bit richer than Kat Von D's Lolita type nude. They feel beautiful on the lips, like you're just like, and you can't feel anything. It don't feel like you wearing nothing. So props on the new liquid lipstick formula. I'm not a huge red person, but the formula is great. If you like red, here you go. And I do really like the gloss as well because it kind of goes into that whole like earthy, goddess, goldy, glowing thing. It's just a faint little shimmer that makes your lips look very full and plump. It is a non-like greasy, nasty, I've got like Vaseline all over my lips formula. And another thing I like about it, I find this to be a very universally flattering color. So if you pale, you medium, or you deep, this is going to show up in a different and flattering way on you. On deeper skin tones, the gold and peach in this just tops. And then we'll address sort of the odd man out. This is not a bad palette by any means. It's very pretty, it's very warm, it has some unique shades. I love Harmonia, Artemis, Rhea, Aphrodite, Calliope, Persephone, basically all the mattes I love. Was not a fan of the formula of Nemesis or I think it was Hera. They were just a little bit more difficult to pick up with the brush. I found that you would like get it on a brush and then the pigment wouldn't go on your lid. I think he said with some of them, because they're like pressed, there's like satins and shimmers and pressed glitters and crap. Some of them he did say to use more of a tacky base, so maybe that's my fault. I'm not 100 obsessed with the matte to shimmer ratio. You guys know that I love me a good amount of mattes. I just feel like that is very important. And in this, you only got 8 mattes, which in a 15 color, I would feel better leaning towards 10 mattes and 5 shimmers, but that's just me. The formula is pretty good. The only matte that I had issues with was this Aphrodite shade. I've used it a couple different times. I just find when I'm trying to like put it over another color, it's like I'll go in and I'll kind of do the thing, and then the color will kind of like start to dissipate. And then I gotta go in with a little bit more, and in with a little bit more. It just takes a little bit longer to build up and to blend out, because when you're blending out, it kind of blends away. Unless you're doing like just a straight on packing motion. It's not a bad palette. I feel like if you have these colors or whatever, this is definitely not a need to have. I would recommend the highlighter palette and the lip products over this if you're looking to invest in something from the Lunar Beauty holiday collection. Not the worst, but not the best. Kind of just in the middle ground for me, coming from the color story and just the quality, the fact that some of the shades were a little bit difficult to work with. But there was that, all them swatches and everything, in my opinion on the collection on a whole. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this video collection in the comments below. I know some people are diehard Manny fans and some people are like diehard hating Manny fans. Like I said, with my channel, I am just looking to review the product. I'm not reviewing the creator. I'm not reviewing the person behind it. I'm reviewing formulations, packaging, aesthetic, and all that jazz. So just try to take that in mind when you be watching my videos and when you're talking about the fellow people down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!